Welcome to the Rink Report presented by Telhio Credit Union. I'm Dylan Tyrer with you ahead of tonight's game between the Blue Jackets and the Detroit Red Wings. It's the third game in 4 days for the Blue Jackets, of course, coming off of back-to-back losses for the first time this season. Friday night against the Washington Capitals, then Saturday night at the hands of the New York Rangers. A bright spot, though, for the Blue Jackets in those games, and frankly, a bright spot for the Blue Jackets all season long, has been the play of the line of Sean Kuraly, Alexander Texier, and Eric Robinson. And Robinson says there's definitely some budding chemistry between he, Texier, and Kuraly.
Yeah, it's been great. Those two have been playing really good and making it easy for me. And Tex is pretty unbelievable, holding on to the puck and making plays, where some guys might not see him. And Curls is just so responsible and steady through the middle there. I think we're kind of all getting on the same page here and, wanting to play in the offensive zone and get those opportunities. And it's been fun, honestly. So yeah, we're just going to, keep building off that and look to keep it going.
So, as I mentioned earlier, back-to-back losses for the Blue Jackets for the first time all year. That presents a huge opportunity for the Blue Jackets to bounce back tonight against the Red Wings. And here to get you set for all the action are Bob McElligott and Jean-Luc Grand-Pierre.
The Blue Jackets wrapping up this homestand tonight. They have back-to-back losses for the first time all year, Jean-Luc. It was a tight game against Washington. They lost it late. The Rangers kind of took it to them on Saturday. What do the Blue Jackets have to do to bounce back here tonight?
Well, for me, Bob, it starts with puck management. I don't think it's a matter of effort for the Blue Jackets. It's puck management. We saw against Washington, didn't cost them as much. But against the Rangers, they had that lapse of 63 seconds where thing completely got out of control. So you have to control those moments. It's a young team, but still, find a way to manage those bad minutes and get out of it even.
It is a young team, but in these last couple of games, it's been some of the older players that have tried to maybe force things and have made mistakes.
Yes, and sometimes you get desperate and you start playing a little too loose, and you have to manage that puck in the neutral zone and the defensive zone, obviously. And for the Blue Jackets, unfortunately, that has come from veterans making these mistakes, not necessarily young guys. So I think it's just a learning experience for everyone right now, and build back on that and bounce back tonight.
All right, the Detroit Red Wings. This is a team that was going through a rebuild. I think that they are on the other side of the rebuild. They are starting to make a push, and Tyler BERTUZZI is the guy that is leading this team. I don't know if it should be a surprise because they have had high hopes for this guy for a long time, but right now he is stepping to the forefront.
Yeah, he is. He's playing hard, and that's one of the things. He's a young player, plays with a lot of desperation, can be a little bit of a pest, and he's scoring goals and getting points right now for the Red Wings. And this is a guy also leading the team in scoring, 3 less games than everyone else because he can't travel to Canada, so he'll be fresh here tonight joining the Red Wings.
That's right. His vaccination status, he can't go to Canada. He is back ready to go here tonight, as Jean-Luc said. 2 other guys that are really doing some big things for them is Moritz Seider. He is a defenseman, and Lucas Raymond, a forward. We remember Lucas Raymond because when the Blue Jackets played in Detroit a couple of weeks ago, scoreless game until the third, he's the one that opened it up and led them to the win.
Yes, and that's number 23, Lucas Raymond. He's only 19 years old, just came from Sweden, and he can score goals, or he has a hat trick. He's got 15 points so far, so keep an eye on him, especially on the power play. And then on the back end, big number 53, you can't miss him. 6'4", 6'5", still growing, Moritz Seider. German defenseman. He was picked 6th overall in 19, and people were doubting Steve Yzerman when he picked him, saying, hey, you could have waited a little longer. Well, he proved them all wrong because this guy is off to a great start.
The Detroit Red Wings, when they were at their best, they had a big defenseman leading the way on the back end. Steve Yzerman, when he was the GM in Tampa, went and got Victor Hedman, a big defenseman on the back end. We shouldn't be surprised.
No surprise. I think the only thing that can surprise you is seeing how many great German players are starting to come from overseas. You talk about Leon Draisaitl, and Moritz Seider seems to be the Leon of the back end right now.
All right, so that's a look at tonight's game. Back to you, Dylan Tyrer.
2 lineup changes for the Blue Jackets tonight. First, on the defense, Adam Boqvist will come back in for the Blue Jackets, and he says he's eager to compete.
I think, when you're out, I didn't skate for a few days, and, you want to get your legs moving and stuff, you get your conditioning up and stuff. And obviously, I think we played very good as a team. The D-man who came out in played very solid and good, and I think is a little booster, to you want to be in there and you want to work harder than the other guys, so I like the competitiveness we've been having, and now I can't just relax because I'm in there. I'm gonna earn every game.
In the forward group, Justin Danforth will come into the Blue Jackets lineup, and the 28-year-old is set to make his NHL debut. And Blue Jackets head coach Brad Larson says he's happy to see him get the chance.
I love seeing it. Yeah, it's, you deliver a lot of bad news as a head coach, and whenever you get to say, hey, you're in, they hear yes. You hear no a lot, and when you're 28, you've heard no a lot. And so it's a neat thing. They're excited. They're like a kid again, and they don't show much, but I know what that feeling's like on the inside. So I'm sure he's let a lot of people know he's going to be playing his first NHL game tonight. So I'm excited for him. And that first time you walk in, that jersey's hanging there, and you get to put it on in a real regular season game. That's a special moment.
That'll do it for tonight's edition of the Rink Report, presented by Telhio Credit Union. For Bob McElligott and Jean-Luc Grand-Pierre, I'm Dylan Tyrer saying enjoy the game.